right, we are back here at Song of the Day, coming to you from Cave. I'm your host, Mark Pierce. It's Friday, you know what that means. Say it with me. It is Octane Friday, and that's when we kick it up a notch. For those of you who love that kind of music, Paul Chabot, I know you're out there somewhere. Is that it? That's all I got, right? Octane Friday. That's where we're down to, but it makes no matter. I love Octane Friday, and I'm going to keep doing it. Some of you out there's more than that out there. I know there is, but I'm just saying. What are we talking about today? Turns out, 40 years ago, a lot of great records came out, and every time I look at my feed, 40th anniversary, 40th anniversary, 40th anniversary, 40th anniversary, and some of them are things we've done before, and I'm like, oh man, what do we do? Do we cover it again? It's the 40th. Some yes, some no. But turns out 83, 84, 85. It's going to be right in my wheelhouse. It's like right there. Anyway, so stick with me. 940 episodes later. We're going to have some repeats for sure. But I'm excited. I'm excited to talk today. We're talking about this band right here. Iron Maiden. Yes. 40 years ago, this week, May 16th, they dropped their fourth album, Peace of Mind. It's their first record with drummer Nico McBrain, who remains their drummer. It's good. It went to number 3 in the United Kingdom. The UK, they had so much more on us so many times. They just loved the music, that a lot of the stuff that we couldn't get to break through. It's so interesting. I mean, eventually it went platinum in the United States, so there's no complaints there. But at this time, in 1983, we're talking PMRC time, right? We're talking Dee Snider, Twisted Sister, 1984-ish, right? Was that 84, 85, something like that? Labeling bands as Satanists. That was Tipper Gore and Friends. I love my episode on that, by the way. I have a really good episode about that you should check out. It's great. Anyway, this is their fourth record. Like I said, they did what so many bands do. They, especially in the UK, they find themselves a place to record, either out in the country, like Led Zeppelin did. Maybe even some people rented the Rolling Stones mobile van that was famous for being an awesome recording studio. In this case, they went to an island off the coast of France, because that was easy to do, and to write it. And then they said, let's go to the Bahamas and record it, which so many bands did. There's a recording studio down there, famous. They went down there and said, let's go somewhere warm, tropical, and recorded it in the Bahamas. Then they're like, where are we going to mix it? And like so many other bands, they're like, you know what? There's only one place to mix this record. Electric Ladyland in New York City, so let's go there. I mean, you got to wonder about the money, the time. It's interesting, but Electric Ladyland, if the walls could talk. This went to number 3 in the UK, like I said. 18 weeks on the chart. It did go to number 14 in the United States on the rock album charts. And that same year, Kerrang! Magazine. Remember when you used to look forward to those magazines when you were in high school? Those of you of a certain age, you'd get those Hit Parade and Kerrang! And you couldn't wait for those. You get all the pictures of all your favorite bands. They did a poll. What was the best metal album of all time? And number 1 was this one, Peace of Mind. Short memory for those people. Number 2, Number of the Beast. I guess all those people reading Kerrang! Were listening to Iron Maiden, because what happened to Black Sabbath? I don't know. But never mind. They followed up with a tour, 139-date tour. I'm a poser. I did not listen to Iron Maiden in the 80s. I was listening to Corey Hart and Thompson twins. Let's get real here. Where was I going to hear it? I don't even, like I said, just the same thing as the Smiths. Where was I going to hear Iron Maiden? Unless you had friends who were playing it. I had just heard Ozzy for the first time, like 2 years prior. So there was one guy on our bus in high school, Alex Sullivan. He sat in the way back with me. Jean jacket, long hair. I did not have long hair. I was the punk. He was the metal guy, but we got along. It was fine. It was great. Smart kid. And you know what? Every once in a while he'd be like, "Oh man, I'm so tired. I'm so tired." And I'd be like, "Why?" He's like, "Oh." He'd have a drumstick in his hand or a guitar pick, and he'd be like, "I saw Iron Maiden at the Agora Ballroom in West Hartford last night. We were out late. I caught this drumstick." True story. Or I caught this pick at Twisted Sister show. Like, I mean, I haven't seen Alex Sullivan since high school, really, or maybe the first high school reunion. I need to know more. How are you getting there? What shows did you see? I know you saw Iron Maiden. I knew you saw Twisted Sister in these small events. I need to know more. That's the real guy right here. That's the person who was seeing all this stuff in the heyday. Like, that's awesome. I wasn't anywhere near ready for that. Nowhere near ready. I wore my sunglasses at night. That's as cool as I got. It wouldn't be till much later that I got into Iron Maiden. We've already been over this a million times. First, I got into Queensryche. That was my gateway metal drug. A little bit of prog metal. Next thing you know, I'm listening to Iron Maiden. A little bit of Megadeth. I don't know why I had a little bit of problem with Megadeth as far as vocals are concerned, or whatever I did. I mean, I like them, but I wasn't into it, but as much. But Iron Maiden got into it, and then some of the deeper stuff: Sepultura, Napalm Death, Danzig, all that stuff. Anyway, I did see Iron Maiden. I've seen Iron Maiden. I think I've even seen them more than once. I saw Iron Maiden with Paul Chabot. This was when my daughter was born, because I had a beeper on me. I had a beeper in my pocket in case something happened to the newborn. Bzz, bzz, bzz. At the Meadows, Hartford, Connecticut. Anyway, that's Iron Maiden for you. This record, Where Eagles Dare, Flight of Icarus, your song of the day. You guys know where I'm going with this. The Trooper, of course, The Trooper. The Trooper's got to be song of the day today. The Trooper had a B-side on it. We talked about B-sides yesterday. B-side. The B-side was their remake of Jethro Tull, Cross-Eyed Mary. Great song. And that got radio play in the United States. You got to listen to that if you don't know that one. But The Trooper, turns out that they're not Satanists. It turns out that a lot of metal bands, sometimes they know something. Based on the charge of the Light Brigade at the Battle of Balaclava in 1854 as part of the Crimean War, inspired by a poem by Lord Tennyson in 1854. Take that, Tipper Gore. Even the video has clips from the 1936 film of the same name starring Errol Flynn and Olivia de Havilland, which was banned by the BBC as being too violent. Even the BBC said, no, too violent. Crazy stuff. We're at 9 minutes again. Pierce, what are you doing? You're killing me with these long episodes. Iron Maiden, Peace of Mind, 40 years ago. Song of the day, The Trooper. Crank it up today. Tell me your stories. Did you see Iron Maiden? Did any of you into Iron Maiden back in the day? Respect. Respect. That's what you're listening to today on Octane Friday. Whatever you're doing today, I hope it involves music. And as usual, I'll catch you on the flip side.